All right, now, y'all, I get it. I was just as offended as anybody else when I heard those T-Mac comments last week. But I think it's time to give dude some grace because the reality is T-Mac is one of the few people since Kobe's retirement to continue to speak about him in the light that Kobe should be spoke about in, and that is a top 5 ever player, right? We cannot change history and rewrite it pretending that T-Mac hasn't consistently spoken life into Kobe Bryant and continued on his legacy since his passing. So we gotta put things in the proper context. Do I think his comments last week were indirectly diminishing of Kobe's career? Because you could very easily assume that we are taking away from what Kobe meant to those championships by assuming anybody can go in and take a championship, get a championship with Shaq. Absolutely, I do agree with that. But in the same breath, I think T-Mac, for the caliber of player he was, is warranted in thinking that he could win a championship with Shaq. Do I think that's the right thought process? No. Do I think winners typically think like that? No. Do I think Kobe was arrogant and big-headed enough and resilient enough and confident enough to think he didn't need anybody to go win a championship, that he could throw a team on his back and do it himself? Yes, and I think that leads to the difference between guys like Kobe and T-Mac. Absolutely, all those things are true. That still shouldn't discredit who T-Mac was as a player. He was a fantastic player. At his peak, one of the best, most talented offensive players in the game. So let's just take it down a notch. Let's give T-Mac some grace, because that comment, even though indirectly affecting Kobe, I don't think it was what his intentions were. So let's consider that when we're making all these think pieces about T-Mac. All right, y'all. Peace.